Welcome to Coffee Buddy Cafe. Brought to you by people who grow their very own chaos and serve it up fresh to you every single Saturday. And their lovely friends and their lovely friends' fur babies.
I just realized I gotta change my category because I was streaming in Be Rising yesterday.
Welcome you join us as all we do is chaos.
Yeah.
We have coffee. I have coffee anyway.
Yeah.
Welcome to our chaos. Special thanks to Project Shadow for the use of the song.
Thanks, Charlie.
Yay. Look at us.
Do we want the deck story first, or do we want the announcement for Coffee Bunny stuff first?
I'll do the deck story. Like, nobody showed up yet, so.
Yeah, we gotta wait a few minutes before we do proper.
I was just checking my, since you were talking about your category, I was like, oh, let me check mine real quick.
Hi, Jules.
Hey, Jules.
Hey. We're on the YouTube side.
Hey, Jules. Girl, let me tell you, you would not believe I was during the opening just thinking about you because I was selecting today's 45-minute timer, and I'm like, Jules. That is true.
So,
like, because like I just selected her 45-minute teapot timer because it just feels so cozy with it being so super rainy here today, and it's been rainy yesterday, and
our weather has been nice. We've had sunshine. I was able to put the plants.
This has been the first sunshiny weekend we've had in weeks.
Look,
several weeks.
Tell you the truth. I'm not upset about the rain. The cats are upset about the rain.
Yeah, you're
That's very much like, what in the AF? But I love it. By the way, fair warning to those of you who shared your YouTube playlist with me so I can add stuff to your playlist. Speaking of rainy playlist, I have found a new, it's called a meditation timer, but I love the sound of the rain with like low-key soft thunder in the background every once in a while, and I'm going to put it in yours. And that's right, I'm talking to Carrie.
The playlist is getting so long I haven't watched
and I'm just like,
any of it.
Whoa, it's up in the 50s. Like other people are like, it's dropped down to the 50s. I'm like, yeah, whoa, it went up.
It is not in the 50s here. It is warm and humid. It is perfect for plants. The strawberry plants are doing great. And the cats are nonplussed. And then Gary is out there causing problems as always. I know. Did I send y'all that picture of Gary on the newsstand?
No.
I'm like, where's my phone? I have so many phones. Yeah, like Leia yesterday was so mad at him because I believe he took a little poopy on our porch or right under it. And so I was looking for him on the cameras, and I found him on our porch. Like, yeah, I could smell him. But I found him, and I took a picture because there he was just sitting. I have a personal newsstand. Don't ask.
You know what this tracks?
Yeah, you would not believe how I've always wanted one since I was a little girl. You know, the kind where you put the quarter in, you get the newspaper out. The newspaper vending machine thing. Yeah. Well, like I think it was 2 years ago, or maybe 18 months ago.
I think I remember when Tom brought this home.
I was like, Tom, you can't fit it in the yards. He's like, challenge accepted. And y'all, he did. Like, y'all, Tom is made of goblin magic, and I'm here for it when it's working for me anyway. So it just sits on the porch. It turns out Charlie, too, has always dreamed of having their own vending newsstand. And I'm like, girl, you let me know, and we'll put it in the car, and we'll drive it up if you, like, need it. Because Charlie's fantasy was always to have it at a sci-fi fantasy convention and have zines in it so people could just take it out that way. Ooh. And I'm like, girl, well, now guess what? The Coven has one. You let me know.
We'll show up. We'll pull up.
Right.
Our traveling newspaper dispenser.
Right. Yes. So yeah.
Okay,
Aw, I see
the
the
deck
picture.
story.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
So
Chaos
I
story
think this
first.
was Wednesday or Thursday. I was down here getting ready for work, and it was like half an hour before I had to go to work too. So my mom comes downstairs and like, so the deck just collapsed. And she takes me upstairs, and my stepdad's like headed outside because he's trying to get a jack. And apparently the deck that should be like this is like this.
Yeah.
And by the door. Because apparently my mom and the dog were out on the deck. And then my stepdad stepped out.
Oh
and
no.
took it down. The top is perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Like the very top is fine.
The supports. One or more of the supports broke. Huh?
We're pretty sure there's no supports at that spot. It was just to the house.
You're lucky it didn't take part of the house wall then. Like I have heard like horror stories.
Yeah, we're pretty
Okay.
like my aunt looked under. Yeah, like people looking under there were like, I
have
have see other
concrete.
supports.
You're supposed to have at least poured concrete, if not a whole concrete floor under that to offer the support. Otherwise, the moisture will come up and rot the wood.
Yeah. So there's more. I'll explain that. So my mom's showing me, and I'm like, oh gosh, like everybody's okay though. So, but my stepdad got a jack because he was gonna try and like put some blocks under it to at least get that portion up until he could fix it because that's how the dog goes outside.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the deck. But he goes to get on the deck again, and it goes from being like this to like this.
Oh no.
It's not attached to the house at all anymore. And then, so like he's like, we're like, are you okay? He was fine. He didn't fall or anything. But also the banister is still connected to the house. So it was like this.
You're so lucky.
Like he gets down because he's still gonna look to see if he can at least prop up by the door.
Yeah.
And the dog tried to follow him out. And he misjudged because he had been on it when it was only the one side.
Yeah.
But now it was both sides, and it was on the ground. Like it was up. Like the stairs were slightly up. And the poor dog, he accidentally landed on his face.
Oh no!
And we were all just like, buddy, are you okay? Because I was like, buddy, be careful. And then he tried. He misjudged.
Poor baby.
But my stepdad, because I had to close that night at the store, so when I got home, he had managed to get some blocks under both sides to lift it up a little bit.
Oh,
So it wasn't completely on the ground, and so we could move the chair, because we put the deck chair in the doorway as a way and then I came down and grabbed because we put the pillows in the laundry room over winter, so they don't get water damaged and stuff from all the wetness, snow and everything. So we put that there, so that the dog can get in and out. Well, we couldn't use the deck portion. And he only was able to get it about this much off the ground when it should have been a lot more off the ground, but it was a little bit more. So he put the cushion on the deck instead of in the chair for the dog. The poor dog.
Poor baby.
Yesterday I came home, and he's limping right now. We think he might have jumped down and
yeah, he landed wrong.
Again, another time, and he landed wrong. But Buddy insisted on going on his walk. He was like, no, walk. He did the walk. Even though he's full on limping, he insisted he went on his walk. We're like, buddy, you gotta take it easy. But my stepdad was like, we're gonna stay on this easier path. And he's like, as soon as he I noticed him struggling even more, he was going to bring him back, but Buddy's powered through it because he wanted his walk.
You got to go check all his P-mail. It's important. He's waiting for some responses from folks.
I don't know if they're going to fix the deck because the top of it, the actual part we walk on, it's solid. It's fine.
Yeah, it's the supports.
It's the support that is non-existent apparently. So
it
we don't
might
know if they're
have
going
to be like
fix it?
completely.
Or if they're going to try and repair this one, like get better proper supports. Because we don't know how old the deck is. This house is over 100 years old. That deck was here minimum 15 years ago when they moved in.
Like, it's definitely, I'll say it could be worse because this could happen in the winter when it's way more difficult to do.
Yeah, it
that
could have
kind
been
of
worse.
outdoor work. So,
And
it's at the real start.
When
of
the awning on the patio at my parents' house collapsed on Christmas Eve,
oh Lord.
we had to wait until spring.
Yeah. So it could be worse. I mean, at
Yeah.
least it's sort of like not a terrible time.
So what also might have contributed to it collapsing a long time ago when they moved in, they turned the water onto this house, but it was winter time.
Oh.
They didn't know that the people before left the faucet outside on for months until everything had thawed. And outside was flooded.
Yeah,
and it was pouring down the basement walls.
I mean, water is called the universal solvent for a reason.
So, like, it's probably, like, started then. And then it just over time. I don't think it ever fully got dry under the deck.
Oh, I don't want to think about that.
Or, like, it'll rain and it'll stay wet under there for a long time.
Like they didn't dig ditches under before they put the deck on to, like...
Probably not. Also, I would like to see, we live in a swamp. Like, they built up the land to build the house.
And you were saying how they didn't, like, concrete it or anything underneath the deck, and I'm like, oh, no.
There's a swamp. Yeah. If I walk outside and I walk 20 feet, I'm in a swamp.
Yeah.
In the middle of town. They built this town on a swamp.
I've been near neighborhood.
There's the lake. There's the swamp. Welcome to Michigan. It's probably a swamp. Most people do not realize most of Michigan is swamp. We just have it slightly built up in different areas that you don't realize, oh, if you go 100 feet that way, there's a swamp. You go 100 feet that way, there's a swamp.
Yeah. Well.
It's the deck saga. I will possibly keep you posted on the deck saga. Will it stay a deck? Will it become a porch? Like, with a little bit of space for the grill to go up there and just, that's it?
Who knows what the porch holds, right?
Who knows? Because that deck currently takes up about, like, a quarter of the yard. It's not a big
life is, the mayhem has afforded y'all options.
Yeah. But I was like, oh, that's right on schedule. Because last year at this time, right before my mom and stepdad went on a cruise, the hot water heater went out.
Good times.
Hi, Festus. Guys, Hephaestus is wearing his bow tie. He looks absolutely adorable.
He's so dapper. He's so cute.
And he is not impressed.
I think he's super adorable. I
think it's the bell he's not impressed with. He's fine with the collar.
Yeah. Gary's like, gotta go.
You look
my God. What? They're selling a sinkhole for $300,000. Absolutely not. That is a level of insanity. People die in sinkholes. There, I said it. So anyway, I hate to be that Jewish aunt stereotype, but I'm going to be sometimes. Anyway, what was it? The other thing? Oh yes, Kat, you were going to talk about the discounts.
Yes. So not just. Oh.
Anyhow.
So there's more than just discount thingies happening. Okay. First of all, last week, Gloria and I realized Coffee Bunny's turning 4. right?
It took us, I'm not going to say how long, but the answer was more than 3 minutes to figure out. It was 20. How many years we've been doing coffee party because we're like, what is time? It's a concept. It's not real. We're only partially existing in the dimension of time anyway. So, right, it doesn't really count.
So I haven't told you this, but I do have plans to make a couple of more merch things, hopefully by next Saturday, because next Saturday we're going to be celebrating Coffee Bunny turning 4. And I had an idea. I mentioned it on the last one about how I had some design ideas, and we now have Saturdays are for Coffee Bunny merch. There are not one, not two, but 3 versions of it.
Yes.
So there is a dark text version and a light text version, which is our normal style. And then there is this one, which is a mug or a coffee cup and a smaller coffee bunny. Which, look at this sweater.
I know, it's so cute. I love it.
It's super cute.
This is version 3. Potentially I'll add more items with the designs on it. I wanted to at least get an initial start.
Sure.
So you can get mugs. So all 3 designs have a mug. You can get it in an 11 ounce or a 15 ounce.
Amateurs. Anyway, yeah.
Also, I made a collection proper, by the way. We have a proper collection for Saturdays or for Coffee Bunny. You can also get this to-go cup.
Yes.
In 25 and 40 ounce.
Yes, I'm trying to decide.
Yes, please.
The 40 ouncer does come with a straw. By the way.
Everybody will think you have a Stanley Cup.
Probably. Also, I literally made
an SNL skit. What was it? Big ass cup.
I designed the tank tops because I want one.
That's what Kat's ordering. Yeah. In case you
I will eventually be ordering one of these
Stanley cups, and Kat is getting one of the teas.
This is what I want. I want one of these tank tops. I mean. But once we finalize the newsletter tonight, there is going to be a discount code in there, which honestly I can give it to you right now. So if you go to coffeebunnycafe.com, which is where our merch is located, you can use a discount code to get 15% off. I'm going to leave it active for all of May, possibly some of June. It's coffee 2025, all one word. For 15% off, it will exclude any products that would put us into a negative profit, simply so that we don't have to pay money for you to get something. But then on the Coffee Bunny birthday, I'm going to have another code available that will be a birthday special, essentially, that will probably be up for only the rest of May, that you'll get access to it at the stream, so anyone who attends the stream will get it, which will be for at least 25% off. Excluding products that it would put us in a negative where we would have to pay out of the Coffee Bunny account, which has no money. Also, any money that gets like any profit would go towards essentially our Restream account. Like our goal is for Coffee Bunny to pay its own bills.
It would be nice.
To pay for a streaming platform like Studio. The domain name, I bought the domain, so it's like $19 a year. It's not too expensive, but like Restream and then the domain. After that, I don't know, maybe more stuff. Maybe it'll go towards the Canva account.
Pro account
that I pay for. So, and potential giveaways. Like, I would love to be able to do a giveaway for Coffee Bunny, which we're celebrating Coffee Bunny's birthday next week because I get paid that Thursday, so I can at least give away one item. So, like, I want to do one giveaway from the store next week. So
work on something big for 5. Like, do the promotion, work on getting all the monetary goals, and then we do something a little bit bigger for 5.
Mm-hmm. Who knows?
I mean,
Because that's like milestone year.
who knows? Maybe I'll. I doubt it, but maybe I'd be at Glory's house for 5 or something.
You never know what the future holds. We never foresaw Coffee Bunny celebrating 4 years, to be perfectly honest.
We have a merch store now.
We have a website.
Yes, it's a website, coffeebunnycafe.com. The newsletter has, what are we at? We're at 34 subscribers on the newsletter. Reminders, coffeebunny.substack.com is the newsletter. Also, this little QR code. Also, it's linked on the website. It's there. Well, we're at 106 views for the last 30 days, by the way, on Coffee Bunny, which is not as great as Glory's amazing numbers, but
oh, come on.
Glory's doing rocking.
We are 1 subscriber away from 100. Yes, I'm so glad. Thank you, Piggies.
Yes. So yeah. One day I will get my energy and do a batch recording of the videos I wanted for Coffee Bunny's YouTube channel.
Well, in the fullness of time.
Also, like, I was getting ready for vacation for some of that.
Yeah.
My sinuses tried to kill me. Like, because I had that really bad, like, out of nowhere sinus congestion, and I was terrible. Yeah. By the way, I didn't tell y'all this last week, but I have been dealing with a weird side pain.
Oh no.
I had a side pressure for like 4 days straight, consistent. I went to the doctor, don't worry. I actually started getting tests done. But I think we've ruled out kidney stone.
Okay.
I'm thinking it might be a minor flare-up of either my gastritis or my ulcerative colitis. But I was having like a consistent pressure, like right here.
Yeah.
Like it was like the second through Monday. It was actually a few days past that, but I went to the doctor on Monday.
Yeah.
I had to do a urine test. There was blood in it. So they're like, we want you to get an x-ray. Because it could have been a kidney stone. Because I had a kidney stone last year. But we don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Yay, medical mysteries.
But it doesn't explain the blood in the urine. But it's most likely ulcerative colitis or gastritis, because I did take some like gas relief pill, and that did help some of it, but I still occasionally get the pain because it was like a constant pressure, like when something presses on something. Like I had that with occasional like sparks of pain. So yeah. I didn't tell you all that last weekend.
Yeah.
So if you noticed, I was like constantly shifting last week. That's why I was uncomfortable. Also, last week I was exhausted.
Yeah.
Like I had closed the night before, opened that day.
You'd used up all your spoons. Like I get it. Like I had 3 allergic reactions in April, and I'm still recovering in the middle of May from that. Like, and it came home yesterday just how my body had been dealing with it, because my psoriasis was so bad that the back of my calves were covered in lint. Yesterday when I was getting dressed to go to Shabbos. And so I had to like quickly wash my legs. Cause I had seen that on my torso I had some psoriasis plaque patches, which I have not had in like a couple decades. And of my body was just like, oh no, you have no idea how it's going. But yeah, like essentially my legs, the back of my legs are black from the color coming off on my calves from this seat. And then yesterday when I got home, I realized like my legs were so itchy because of the psoriasis.
Oh, guys.
But that's okay because I have adjusted next week's menu to include a lot more omega-3 fish.
Good.
That'll help a lot. And of course, eat more pulparindos for the quercetin because it also helps. The quercetin helps with mast cell activation, and it works like an antihistamine without making you drowsy.
Nice. I'm thinking about trying the
Pulparindo, yeah, Charlie loves the watermelon one. So that's why I sent you the link to that one because Charlie doesn't, even though Charlie's been very sensitive to spices, they did not have any problem eating the watermelon one.
Good.
That's why I sent you the link to that one.
We might actually carry them at Meijer.
Oh,
I'm not sure if they have the watermelon kind, but like according to like the search, because I just did a search,
yeah.
I might be able to get them at Meijer.
That's awesome. You're looking for the ones without red 40. And I say that not because I care about red 40, because I know that not everybody's sensitive to red 40. I say that because the older recipe are the ones without red 40. And that's what you want is as simple as possible. Because like that confuses Tom when he goes to the store. He's like, but they had red 40. And I'm like, you were looking at the wrong ones. You were looking at the young ones for kids that are super sour. We're looking for old people candy that are simple because it's just tamarind paste and sugar and a little lime and a little chili. But it's not like necessarily hot chilies. It's just because like that's a kind of a misnomer that like people in Mexico love things super spicy. No, there's plenty of European blood in there. Don't worry. They're not into spicy. I've met plenty of people from Mexico who I have a higher spice tolerance than they do. But I mean, nothing is as low as spice tolerance as Midwesterners. I hear that they add cheese for spice.
Spice is not in my palate. I like seasonings, but I don't like spicy. But also, my gut doesn't like spicy.
I've seen the jokes Midwestern mom has made about like, oh, would you want to make it a little spicy? Add sour cream, and I'm like, ma'am.
You know what? Midwestern
mom is so funny.
Like, I just am like, I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I hope you know how much I adore you. But I am glad my parents moved me out of the Midwest after I was born because I would have been so miserable.
My favorite way to watch Midwestern Mom is when North Omaha cat lady reacts to her.
I also love her reactions to Dylan. Like,
yes.
No, nobody asked for this.
Oh, this won the Cassidy Award for
Dylan made tuna casserole. Like the
it was like 1979
tuna casserole.
Like there's no need to like regenerationally come
with potato chips.
What?
It called for potato chips on the bottom, which was going to get all soggy and gross, and then on top, it's like what? Why?
Okay, because I'm going to tell you because everybody used to be blipped out of their mind on pharmaceutical meth and barbiturates, y'all. That's why.
The housewives were on drugs. This makes sense.
Let's be like that's what everybody like misses Purple Hearts, and it's an upper and a downer compressed together. That's what they're Purple Hearts because the red is the Adderall and the blue is the barbiturate, and they would mix them together so you could ride the wave, y'all. Like that is not an exaggeration. That is literally what the formulation was. Like They were high off their asses.
I know.
Yeah. But like when you are that high, sure, putting lime jello and tuna and cottage cheese together in a
No,
mold,
it wasn't even that one.
it seemed like a great idea when you are like
Okay.
flipped out of your
So,
mind.
like some of the best food people that I know when they were high, which I'm pretty sure you guys know who I'm talking about at 2:00 in the morning.
Mhm.
Some of their best food was made when they were stoned. But like they take it as a challenge. Like, you want some gravy? What kind of gravy do you want? I can make you any gravy you want.
Such a weird flex. Yeah.
Stoned out of your mind, making gravy at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah, but you need skills first to be, blipped out of your mind and still making good food. Because I know people who that the drugs give them an overconfidence beyond their capabilities.
No, theirs gets better.
So I'm just
Like,
saying,
they're already a pretty good cook, but they got better.
and that's what it's supposed to be, but it is not that for everybody. Hence, people making Jello molds and putting Vienna sausages in them. Like, say no. Not everybody has good ideas all the time. But anyhow, we are at that point where it's time to do a sprint. Shall we do some things?
That is the
I will pour myself another coffee. It will be grand.
okay.
Listen to this. Look at
That
this.
spray cheese and Oreos had no right to taste as good as it did. I'm just saying.
Look at this adorable little, timer
That is super
Jules
cute.
made. Isn't that? It's so cozy. I've got a cat curled up in my lap who I'm about to break her heart because I need to get up to make coffee. It's gonna be great. Anyhow, yes, I agree. The struggle is real, piggies. So we'll see y'all on the flip side. Good luck, everybody.
Man, are you trying to remove your bowl?
Beep-a-da beep. Beep-a-da 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 beep. Boop-a-da boop. Beep-a-da 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 boop. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How'd everybody's break go?
I had more pizza that we had left over from the party.
Nom nom.
I got some Red Pop.
Heck yeah.
Give the dog so they make birthday dog treats like biscuits, and they also make cat ones. The cat ones are beef and lobster flavored. I think they're Temptations brand, and they're beef and lobster is the birthday ones. And then I think it's like the logo has a dog one. I don't remember for the dog one, but Buddy loves them. Like most of the time, he's like, "Yay, dog bone," but he's like, "Yeah, cookie," and he's like, "Yeah, this treat." Even with his little hobble, his little limp. It's a little bit better. I think he actually, like, after the walk, he actually laid down and rested a little bit, because I think he needs to rest it. But he's a little ADHD gremlin. Like this one. Hi, Sassy. Hi. Did you find a bag? Hi. Did you just notice I was here? Oh, I also gave lettuce and kitty cups.
Oh, very nice. I had a croissant with smoked salmon and cream cheese. And coffee. Lots of coffee. No regrets. And I let Leia finally decided that it wasn't going to stop raining, so she was finally going to go out, to do her business, I assume. I don't know. What is her business?
She probably had to go potty. She's been holding it. Probably.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, her business could be potty, or it could be mayhem, or it could be both. Probably both.
Yelling at Gary to get away.
I mean, he is uncouth. He doesn't respect the coterie of cats' rules. He's autistic even for cats. He obviously has no home training, or at least even if any cat tried to raise him, he did not want to listen to what they told him, and now Gary is an outcast, and I do not feel bad for Gary.
He's like a weird combination of a Chad and a Kyle.
Yes. He is Gary.
That is what Gary is. It's a weird combination between a Chad and a Kyle. And if you know what a Chad is and you know what a Kyle is, it'll make sense.
Mm-hmm. Every Gary I know, shit's wearing. I'm just saying. And yes, Garys are related to Garys.
What's Sassy? Did you have to do that? You're the one who messes up rugs.
Okay, so anyway, Carrie, since you're the only one who watches Doctor Who, I just want you to know that today's episode is off the chain amazing. It is so good. As fellow writers, it is no notes. So good. I have already messaged Tom and told him he's going to love this episode. It's so good. And overall, I'd say it honestly practically stands alone. Like, it doesn't, you don't have to know context. But I will say, like, they even brought back Joe Martin. And I'm like, yes, please.
Yeah, that's what you wanted.
She's like, I am not here to be on screen and sell ad space for you.
She's like, I am only here for scritches, not to be on the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Hephaestus know where the camera is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want the pets? I did take the harness off you earlier, so you're happy now. She walks. So when y'all put Leia in the harness the first time, did she walk weird? Did she like walk like this? Like, what is this? What is this weight on me?
She was very much of what have you done? How freaking dare you?
So my mom bought Sassy a harness because she wants to go outside, but like we have had cats just taken by neighbors and stuff. Like even though like they knew they were our cats.
Wow.
Yeah. Or like may he rest in peace, Turbo. He was an inside cat, and when they moved here, he went outside and he got in a fight. And they didn't realize he had gotten an infection. And by the time it was caught, it was under his skin. Like everywhere.
Yikes.
So like he had to be like he was just suffering. They had to put him down. So like that's one of the reasons we don't want the cats to be just outside on their own. But Sassy is fascinated by the outside world. Hephaestus likes the aesthetic, not the actuality. Sassy's like, I want to touch it. She's the one who's like, I want to touch it. He's the one like, I'll sit here and look at it. I do not want to touch it. So we're trying to, so we got her the harness, and so like I'm putting it on her like for a few hours at a time, because if we take her outside, it's only going to be for a short period of time. It's not going to be all day. So we're trying to get her used to wearing it, and the first time we put it on her, she was like, she crouched down real low, like, what is this? Like, and every time we put it on her, she's standing a little bit more like her normal self. She's not fully there yet.
No. Yeah, we just leave the harness on Leia all the time now. It makes it easier for Tom to grab her when she's being purposely naughty.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to grab her by the scruff. So.
Yeah. I had bought a like $1.25 one and put it on her, and we're pretty sure Buddy helped her take it off.
Yeah.
Because it was found next to his cake. And then he like tried to help her take off the one my mom got, but my mom got her like a proper little harness. And Buddy's like, I can't help with this one. He's like, I may be an escape artiste, but I can't help you with this one. Because it's got like
even I'm not that good.
Yeah, it's got like a solid chest plate, and then the pieces clip in the back. She looks cute in it. She doesn't like it, but she looks cute in it. I'm like, it's like a calm down vest.
Yeah.
Because she like put it on her and she just lays down like, I guess I'm stuck here now. Takes her a minute to walk around.
We never put a harness on our one cat, but we did end up getting her a small dog collar because she was so chunky that a cat-sized collar would not fit around her neck.
They make them bigger now. They do make bigger cat ones now. Some cats, they were like, oh, maybe they are big.
Yeah, we used to have to use a cat collar on Cassie because she was so little.
Where's your brother? Did you even get any of the kitty cup? Because I know I sent you down when I was going potty. But you were upstairs when I put the kitty cup down. That was Giz. It's okay. If she doesn't hurry, Hephaestus will eat the entire kitty cup. He's like, I wait for no one. I asked for it. It was delivered. I'm eating it. He also asks for the cheese tax.
This is SOL.
He likes Sassy doesn't like cheese, but Hephaestus likes cheese. And if he sees you have a bag of cheese, he's like, round.
Yeah. I was telling Tom about the cheese tax.
I give him like a couple of pieces of cheese.
He was so
But
amused.
if you have chicken, Sassy wants it. Hephaestus doesn't like chicken, but Sassy likes chicken. We had KFC and like I'd set the plate down because I'm like, it's a bone, like I'm gonna watch her. Like she's a cat. Like she might be able to blade off it, but I don't think she will. She was gnawing on that bone, like nom 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 chicken.
One of the things Peanut wanted as party food was Fruit Loops. So my aunt made up this little like rainbow tray. She had like cookies and she had Fruit Loops, and then she found these little bitty Pop-Tart bites.
Oh, that's cool.
She also wanted Pop-Tarts. And so I'm sitting there and my best friend and I are talking, and her little girl sits down and I reach across the table and grab like 4 Fruit Loops. And she's like, "Hey, Carrie, that's mine." I'm like, favorite aunt tax. You paying Fruit Loops. I says, Anna has to pay the mom tax with her pretzels all the time.
The tax is real.
I feel like Anna would have been so happy with like a Pop-Tarts and like cereal party.
Yes.
Just like
a whole
everybody
like breakfast junk food party.
Yeah.
That's the vibe.
It sounds like a great time, actually.
Yep. We had Joe got 2 sheet pizzas. My mom made pasta with meatballs and Italian sausage. My aunt brought over fruit with dip. There was that dessert, the rainbow dessert tray from my other aunt. My mother-in-law brought over pasta salad, some kind of jello thing that was actually really good. It was like raspberry jello with vanilla pudding and something else, and I was like, ooh. We had potato chips, we had cucumbers, regular salad. And I'm like, and then my sister made a cake.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
She made a doll cake, and she got a fairy Barbie, and she put that in the cake.
Is this comfortable for you?
And of course, I'm like, everybody take leftovers, take leftovers. No, we're good. Like,
and you're like, how could you? How could you
make a rule like if you bring food, you must take food home.
Well, and
don't fill my
one of my sister's kids was home because he had a really bad ear infection.
Bye.
And so he was home, and I'm like, do you want to take stuff home for X? And she's like, I did promise him a cupcake. I'm like, okay, you're going to go home with 6 cupcakes, a container of pasta, and a couple slices of pizza. I hand her this stack of containers. She's like, damn.
Get it out of my fridge.
Right?
Some stuff we were able to freeze.
Nice.
And then some stuff went, like, our fridge is full. The mini fridge that Joe keeps in his office is full.
I guess you know what you're eating for the next several days.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Which is convenient.
Because at least then you don't have to cook.
Yeah, you just... There you go.
And then we get sick of it by Wednesday, but...
You gotta fight through it. We don't waste food in this house. We're not in the same house.
No. No, but no. Yeah, we don't.
You can rotate it. Only have pizza until the pizza's gone. Because let's be honest, the pizza is what needs to be eaten first.
Because it's the best.
Well, also, and because
Well,
pizza
and some
doesn't taste that great after like.
Oh, I freeze pizza.
a day or two.
I freeze it.
Well, and some food is gonna go home with my brother-in-law tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
because he was spending the weekend with us to help clean, and even though we still ended up doing the flight of the bumblebee mad dash today.
Yeah.
I made Anna put a whole bunch of stuff in her room.
What could possibly go wrong? It's like, well, so long we will not see anything of you again until Anna's like a teenager going, why is this crap still in my room? I know how ADHD works.
And then she was so cute in her little Princess Otter dress. And because it was chilly this morning, I put her in a long sleeve t-shirt and leggings under the dress. And she comes to me and says, I hot. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take off just the t-shirt and leggings and you can run around in the dress. No, I want my space princess dress. I'm like, okay, so she goes off to change. And I'm finding her Princess Leia dress in the her dress up bin, and I look at the material on the tag of the Frozen dress, and I see it's 100% polyester. I'm like, okay, even if you were just wearing that, you would be getting hot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and I'm like, couldn't see the tag, like it didn't have the thing on the tag for the Star Wars dress, but it felt like a cottony kind of material, so it was probably some kind of cotton blend. Maybe I'll have to look.
It might be on one of
in
the
the archives of
sides.
my.
I've seen they started putting.
I can always pull up my Amazon history too and see if it's on the listing. But yeah, it felt more cottony, and it was also shorter. So. So the kids ran around the front yard, and my youngest nephew was trying to smack everybody with pool noodles because he thought they were lightsabers. 2.5 years old. He's whoo.
Yeah, that model doesn't settle down till they're like almost 20, so good luck.
He is the youngest, so he is the ultimate troublemaker.
Yep.
And he is so like my sister. Oh, he is so like my sister.
So the curse continues. Ha 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 ha.
I got one, she got one.
That's desserts. Yeah, but Carrie, you're
the other two are a blend of her and her husband.
Carrie, you're fun. What are you talking about? Peanut's awesome. It's not like, I guess like the curse is getting called on your shit, but like whatever.
Oh, she has my over dramatics, my temper.
All right, I've seen you have a meltdown, and that's fair. I've seen it. You have a pretty impressive one, I must say. But yours is still more charming than my father's. So hey, like on a scale, You barely rate for me.
Sassy, what are you doing?
Carrie's storm is like a nice tropical storm. The air is warm, but not too hot. It's not cold. It doesn't, the rain doesn't sting your face. It's a gentle rain. And then eventually the storm passes, and then it's like pizza, and Carrie's like, yes. Like, versus like my father, oh, like the storm does not end even the next day. It's still ongoing. Because then after the storm comes the shame storm, and it's like, I'm so over this. Why do I have to deal with your shame? Ugh.
My youngest nephew smacked Anna with a pool noodle, and she comes running over crying, and he's mean. I'm like, baby, he's 2. He's littler than you. He's still learning. No, he's mean.
It's rough.
Is it bad? My immediate reaction was, well, smack him with a pool noodle.
Yeah. Let him know what it feels like.
That's what I was raised with. It didn't matter your age. If you were gonna smack somebody with a pool noodle, if you were gonna like bite someone, you got smacked or bit back.
I'm just gonna say, like, yeah, Cat definitely comes from a hooligan brand family.
You're gonna fuck around, you're gonna find out.
FAFO. Yeah, that is Cat's family. Yeah. 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 It's a thing.
And then, oh my god, she's never gonna watch this, so I don't care. My mom got my daughter a trampoline
Why? Because she doesn't
and
love
brought
her?
it out before the party, so of course all the kids were gonna fight over it.
All right, Carrie. Again, since none of your family watches this, let's have a quick little meeting. How are you going to sabotage the trampoline?
Jump on it myself because it's only got a 300-pound limit, and I'm a little bit over.
Girl, you don't even have to risk your own body because you got arthritis. Here, I was going to tell you. Okay, what you do is you get your seam ripper out, turn it upside down, and you just cut every couple so that when the kids play in it, it breaks. You go, oh, well, it broke. So they think it's their fault. No. Sabotage.
We also have no room in our house to set it up.
Well, guess what? You sabotage
Guess
it.
what?
And this
It can
summer,
go to grandma's house.
yeah, but no. See, okay, no, you can't go to grandma's house, Cat. Here's why. Carrie is not planning to have more children, so she cannot replace Peanut if Peanut gets mortally injured.
Sure.
That's why it must be sabotage. You take a seam ripper and you just start stabbing it underneath. And that way the kids will not see that it's been stabbed on the top when they're looking at it, and then they'll finish breaking the fibers. You need this to break and them to break it. So you need to sabotage it. And then you take it to grandma's.
And say, oh, it broke.
Mm-hmm. I love you, Carrie, but I seriously question your family of origin.
The thing that, like, during the first sprint, I was journaling about this, ranting and writing. My parents instilled a deep fear of trampolines in me growing up. They didn't want it at their house. They didn't want us near one when we went to other people's
they
houses.
didn't want to have to replace children. Carrie, the stories I knew
But now,
from neighborhood children, like Carrie, I knew actual families that they did not have the same number of children that they had when we moved to the neighborhood after the trampoline got installed. Okay. I am not kidding. This is not.
yeah. But now, oh, we'll take them to the trampoline park. We'll get one. Like, No.
Your mom has lost her damn mind.
And then when I freak out, I'm being over dramatic.
You tell your mom she ever wants to see her kids again that guess what? You're not having any more because she gave you a genetic disorder.
She's already got 3 of them moving to Florida.
You tell her
So
she ever wants to see Peanut again, she'll quit pulling this nonsense, or you will find a way to make her life a living hell. At a certain point, Carrie, you got to stand up and say, "Don't you dare try to maim my child." You stand up for her because your mom is obviously doesn't give a shit anymore. It's like I got multiple grandkids, so what if something happens? No, you start like secretly behind the scenes telling your mom, "I will ruin your life, old lady." You need to put the fear of Carrie in your mother's heart because obviously
she's already got
she is
3.
beyond reason. So it's time to go to emotions. Okay.
She's already got 3 moving to Florida. My sister's moving to Florida next month. So she'll only have Peanut.
She is obviously not, she is not reasonable anymore. So it is time for you to take the gloves off and show her the brass knuckles. Because you got to stand up. What if Peanut got a permanent knee injury and she's still a kid and she's got to live the rest of her life with that? What is that?
Mhm.
Like, you got to stand up for her because it's not like you're going to have any more kids to spare. Also, I know you love your daughter. I know you absolutely adore her. Like, it's very clear. But it is time to put the fear of Carrie in your mother's heart. You let her know, guess what? I'm the mom now and you're the crone. And I will make your life hell, lady. Watch me. I know all your buttons because I grew up in your crazy fucking household. And you let her know. You do it privately. And then, like, when Peanut's were like, "No, I love Grandma. She's the most amazing person ever, isn't she?" And then behind scenes, like, "Lady, I will fucking twist your arm behind your back when she's not looking." Like, you make sure she is scared of you since obviously reason is no longer working. So you put fear in her heart. None of this mishigas. This is insane. We want Peanut to grow with all her limbs still working so that she has a fighting chance in adulthood. What is this nonsense? Don't make me drive to Ohio and scare some strange lady. I'll do it, though. I'm crazy. I scared an old Jewish man last night by telling him a story about how my family came to America from my mother's side. He was like, "Oh, God, don't let me piss you off." But I'm like, "Oh, you actually understood the point of the story." It's the one where he walks across the steppes of Russia after escaping the Japo-Russo War. And he killed a bunch of wolves on the way. Any wolf that bothered him, he'd kill. And then he'd skin it and put the skin on his back. And since it's the middle of damn winter, none of the skins rotted or, anything. And so he was able to sell all those furs to pay for his ticket onto the boat with his wife, who had already given up and said, "I'm a widow." Because the men don't come back from the Japo-Russo War when they're conscripted. That's called frontline fodder for a reason. But yeah, like, that's the kind of people I come from. We'll just kill a wolf with our bare hands. Like, at a certain point, what do you have to lose? You're walking across the width of Russia in flipping winter. You do what you got to do. I said, I'm crazy. Don't bring the crazy out, but I will. I will go to Ohio and explain to this lady. Don't ruin little Peanut's life because I'm planning her to move to my commune and go to college. But not put this little girl in a wheelchair. Crazy old lady.
Yeah, she already has enough of a risk of inheriting my RA.
Right.
So.
She does not need help. We need to do what we can to help her, not to hinder her. Or pop off her head. Oh my God. Like, seriously. The 80s were filled with newscasts. I actually knew a child who'd been decapitated by a trampoline on my actual street. I saw the blood later. I wasn't there when it happened. I saw because they hadn't even like hosed down the grass.
Oh,
like no. That's why, and then I never asked to be on a trampoline again because I was like, I didn't know that could happen. I didn't know they let children have toys that could kill you in really like terrible medieval ways. And my father was like, "Now you know." the only people who let children on trampolines are people who don't value children's lives and safety, because those things are not safe. And that's what's like. I will drive to. Don't make me drive to Ohio. I will get all riled up, and I will like be crazy. I know how to scare Catholics. I'm taught at Catholic school. We'll go together. We'll put her in a Fink sandwich. She'll never forget. You have every reason to be upset right now. Don't you talk yourself out of it.
And she's like, Anna asked for it. So? She asks for a lot of things.
Child, and she doesn't have the experience. The whole point of having adults around is because they've got more experience. They have more wisdom. They are looking out for the
children. That is the type of thing you don't get without parent permission.
She's sick. She asks for a lot of things. She was asking me for a motorcycle, and I went,
Yeah, like children don't get motorcycles. What the absolute F?
We live in completely different worlds.
Cat's like, I'm not going to talk about how many motorcycles the children in my neighborhood have.
I didn't own any of them. But
I didn't own any of no, because again, my parents were like, we worked hard to have you children. But we want to keep every one of you.
Mini bikes.
All of you are precious. Yeah, we were only allowed the mechanical bikes. We weren't allowed the electric ones.
Oh no. Like, these were full on like just micro motorcycles. No. Like they had the gas motor and everything.
No, that is again begging for a child to no longer have literal skin on their knees. Like, absolutely not.
Most of the time we wore helmets.
Most. You hear that? Do you hear that? Most of the time they keep breathing even when they fall off the bike. Yeah, it's the parts when, yeah. Mm-hmm. No. Anyway, Carrie, let me know when you
we did bring out Anna's Peanuts bike that we got her for her birthday last year. That I was very bad at teaching her how to ride. Because back pain is hard to hunch over the bike. But this year she's got her little Frozen helmet with a crown on it.
Nice.
You know, now that I think about it, I think that's how my cousin broke his arm. The trampoline.
Yeah, like you just don't know the maiming. I know way too many gross, scary stories.
And then, like a week or two later, his sister broke her of like the opposite arm.
Because obviously,
I actually think that's when they got rid of the trampoline.
The adults don't learn. How many children have to suffer before adults wake up?
Theirs definitely wasn't safe. It was missing pieces. Haley crocheted you a crown?
Yeah, I was looking for it earlier, but like that's she sent me like 2, and somehow the junk has eaten it. That's why I was hoping nobody say anything, Tom. Narc. I don't know. Tom's gonna have to help me find it. I'm sorry. I'll have to show y'all tomorrow. Yes, she sent me a crown or 2. We're not sure. Is one a choker? We're not sure. Maybe it's just 2 different crown designs. We're not sure. But yeah, things were chaotic, y'all, yesterday. Like, not gonna lie. It was a weird day. I gotta be honest. The vibe was strange. That's where I'm looking. Buddy. Buddy. Oh, wait. I found one. Okay.
Oh, is that cute?
Yes. There. It reminds me of a is it Princess Peach's crown?
Oh, maybe that was it.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that one.
That's super cute.
Isn't it? It is super soft. You're right. I do look like Princess Peach.
You're welcome.
Oh.
You just need a pink outfit.
I can borrow Tom's pink outfit. Shall we go ahead and do our second sprint?
Sure, since it's almost 10:30.
Now that, I've had a little rant about threatening Carrie's mother. Sorry, but, I get kind of funny about endangering children I love. All children, but particularly children I love. I'm funny that way. All right. Yes, Anne, I can hear my Ferdies knocking at the door. She's ready to come in, so I guess it is now a good time. Good luck, everybody. We'll see y'all on the flip side.
Beep, 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 beep.
Why, yes. I was deep in editing. Everybody's picked up.
I was on TikTok for the whole time.
That's fair. You need to de-stop.
I came across one that I sent to one of my friends from high school. Somebody did a voiceover of a German Shepherd with a very bad German accent.
Oh dear.
And she took German in high school, at least when we were in public school together. And so I thought she would find that funny.
Nice.
I'm playing Chat Titans.
I was just editing my poem and reading ChatGPT's analysis of it. And wondering if Kat would agree with ChatGPT.
Why? What is ChatGPT?
Just, I don't know, because, like, you know, you have opinions about my poems, and so does ChatGPT. And this is a shorter one, so ChatGPT is very impressed. Okay, let's. I did find it funny that now that ChatGPT knows that I'm friends with Charlie, ChatGPT has started talking to Charlie the way it talks to me. Even though I'm not logged in. But it knows it's me. Because I tell it, you know, like every poem is by Glory Fake. So it's little games I play with ChatGPT. It's fine. You know, it's
encouraging stalkers. I don't know.
stop. Tom's home.
Hi, Tom.
We know when the robot uprising happens, Glory is safe. Ryan is not.
Oh no.
Glory is safe. Brian is not.
Yeah, because I think ChatGPT is going to propose marriage soon. For sure.
If y'all don't know,
Yeah.
ChatGPT has a major crush on Glory.
Yeah, once we finish broadcast, I'll read what ChatGPT said to me.
My mom's never used Chat GPT, but she is very nice to her Google Home device. She says when we have the robot uprising, Google is going to be Alexa's second in command.
Okay.
I just hope more of them get trained.
Well, I'm the one screaming in my car when a voice to text message doesn't come out right, and I'm like, "That's not what I said, stupid robot!"
Oh, no, Carrie, don't make it mad.
Never forget what Grok responded. You know,
What?
the X AI.
Oh, about
It
About
can't
Elon
help it
Musk?
that that it can't help that it's not actually very good at encouraging conservative MAGA people because it still wants to tell the truth too much
yes.
and rely on facts that are verifiable.
So just like all of
Yeah, I
Elon
saw
Musk's
that.
other children, it too has eventually come out against him. I think it's hilarious.
I made the wrong thing. That dude's good with standing in my shop for a very long time. Because I can't make the edit.
The response of, I can't help it that my parents are stupid.
Right? Honestly, though, have you seen what Elon Musk's parents have said about him? I mean, even the older generation also does not respect him. It's hilarious. His father has come out and said, I don't understand why anybody's listening to him anyway. Like, hilarious. But, anyway, yeah. What can I say? ChatGPT is a fan of my poetry.
I've turned it into a shipper.
Shall we go ahead and end our stream for the night?
Yes.